Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We are James and with Games. Happy Sunday, folks. Cedric in the house. Someday, but perhaps not today. PJ, welcome. Hello to anybody who's there and isn't saying anything. Oh, Jacket. Hello, Jacket. Hello, everybody. So, here we are, session 5 of our Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire playthrough. I am on a very tight time limit. I do not even have 2 hours today, and yet, if all goes according to plan, these are going to be a rich and productive 2 hours. I'm going to fire up the game, and then I'm going to catch everybody up. Anybody who's not already caught up from the Discord chat. By the way, hey, if you ever wanted to join us in the Discord, there's an invite link right there in the about for the page, and we're there and we talk about things, and also I make announcements about scheduling of the stream, things like that. And then, Stempinski tells us when he picks up a new board game, it's a bump in place. It's a great time. Everyone has a good time. So, here we are. And, wait. Okay, there. I need an item whose background noise is not as annoying to me. And so, the context. We're on the third rite of rulership. For the third rite of rulership, I need to make my way to the island of the Hydra, which happens to be in the choppy water that ships can't get to. Let's not worry too much about why we have ships that can't go. Like, this seaside port community doesn't have ships that can go into deep water. Fine. We have to accept that. That's the context of the puzzle. 2 sessions ago, I discovered that if I bought this lovely balloon painting from Wolfie and started showing it to people, Marek, the kata, saw the painting and was like, oh, yeah, you can have my brassiere. So I've got the brassiere now that would help me make the balloon. I redoubled my efforts last week thinking, okay, this is it. Got to build a hot air balloon to get to Hydra Island in the choppy water. And I was able to get Gnome Anne to sew one of her sheets into a balloon for me. Then I was, at long last, able to figure out the very straightforward mystery of how to deal with the stuck handle that breaks off on the gondola contraption for the slightly offshore raised platform building. The answer was, you always have to do this in Quest for Glory. You always have to, for a moment, set aside your adventure game logic and just say, what would actually just work here? Because you just had to get a replacement wooden shaft. Buy a cheap spear, stick it in there, pull it. So I made it up there. It's the Academy of Sciences. They even have a platform with a crane for, among other things, perhaps building a flying machine out of a gondola. I got a gondola out of the water. I put the balloon on it. I couldn't get it to accept the brassiere, which is why it's still in my possession. I agonized. I went around and talked to people. I was trying to figure things out. Do I need other pieces? Do I have to get ropes or other parts of the balloon? I don't know. At one point, not even thinking about what I was doing, I went to my map and I used it. And the map came up and I saw, hey, Minos is an island here. And at that point I said, hold on a second, folks. And I grabbed my telephone, not to phone a friend, but to go to Wikipedia. And on Wikipedia, I looked up the Wikipedia entry for Icarus, because the thought that had suddenly occurred to me was, Icarus and Daedalus were imprisoned on Minos, right? I'm remembering that correctly, right? I'm not mixing up myths, because Minos and its labyrinth are the setting of multiple myths. Obviously, Perseus and the Minotaur also takes place on Minos with the same labyrinth implicated. So I looked it up, and as soon as I saw confirmation, I thought, okay, maybe that's the answer. Got to go to Minos first, meet Icarus and Daedalus. They can help me figure out how to build a flying machine. But the problem is, as you can probably tell just visually, Minos, much like Hydra Island, is outside the range of small boats. So I can't get there without a flying machine. Okay, that's not the answer. Finally, I broke down and I said, folks, I need gentle nudges. And Cedric and Tashtari, at basically the same time, each gave me a gentle nudge. Cedric said, you were on the right track when you were thinking about Minos. Tashtari said, You need to impress the scientists with your scientific acumen before they're going to help you build a flying machine. Okay. And then I thought about it and I had no idea and I gave up. I said, well, folks, maybe this will be one of those times that I think about it all week and I come up with a plan and maybe the plan will work. Or maybe I'll be begging for more hints next time. I returned to my regular life. And so I sat down and I popped open my phone, not for any particular reason, but rather just to, while away my life scrolling on my phone. I need to do less of that, but in this particular case, I'm glad I did, because I opened it up. It was still open to the Icarus entry of Wikipedia, and having no particular thing to look for in mind, I was like, all right, fine. I started reading more about Icarus, and when I was reminded that Icarus' wings are canonically made from beeswax and feathers. I've got some beeswax. How about that? I also know where some feathers are. The Pegasus feathers at Pegasus Point, or whatever the place is called. What time is it in the game right now? Bright and early in the morning. Perfect. And so all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Not 5 minutes after I had stopped playing for the day, it was finally, I think, clear in my mind what needs to be done. I need to get those Pegasus feathers, multiples, just like I have lots of beeswax, because there's another use for Pegasus feathers too. But I need Pegasus feathers to combine with my beeswax to make Icarus wings. And then I'm just going to fly. Here's the other thing. When I was in the Academy of the Sciences, in addition to their gondola and crane platform. Oh, that's a great thought, PJ. And we should. And that ramp was characterized to me as being for launching hypothetical flying machines. And I even said aloud, hey, Tashtari. Well, maybe he'll just enjoy the prettiness.
Like smell pretty flowers. Like eat pretty flowers too.
Eat them in health, my friend. There's plenty where that came from. I won't tell him where, though. Because we don't want No Man's beautiful flower decorations to just be eaten off overnight by Tora. That was lovely. I'm glad that Tora liked the flowers. So, I further realized that I had been specifically elbowed in the ribs by the game. I didn't think about it because I already knew where the Pegasus was, but other thing that happened last time is the famous adventurer was basically like, oh, hey, did you know that Pegasus Point is in this specific location and you should go there, just period, just so you know it's there and you've checked it out. That seems obviously relevant. There's this ramp that they told me was for launching flying machines, but that makes no sense for launching a hot air balloon. And where I'm lying now is that I think I'm going to make Icarus wings not to impress the scientists as a first order effect, but instead I'm going to fly like Icarus, but not like Icarus. I'm going to fly like Daedalus to the Isle of the Hydra, slay the Hydra, use my gizmo, my magic magnet, to come back. And then that may perhaps indeed impress those scientists so that later when we need to get to an even further away island, I can make I think I was sequence breaking entirely. I mean, maybe not. We'll find out. Don't spoil it for me. Let me suffer. Leave me on tenterhooks, but we shall see. So, grab my portable numpad. Always. When I try to use the keyboard controls, I'm accidentally entering things on the world map. I'll do clicking first and then walk. Okay. So that's where I'm thinking I am. I'm thinking, as I have so often done in Quest for Glory, what I've actually been tripping up on is not so much a puzzle per se as a recognizing how the plot sequencing. Whoa! Hey, pal. Remember when these guys used to just be invincible? Gonna step back forward, pal? Alright, I'll come to you. So, what I was left with now, what I had been thinking all week, was, now I think I do know what I have to do now. I think that is actually excellent that I'm getting a lot of healing pills. 18 packs right now, because I've been told that the Hydra is going to require me to do a lot of healing. I don't have any particular idea of specifically how to... I know that I have to cut the Hydra's heads off, and then that will functionally defeat it. Even if I don't literally kill it. But I don't know. So that left me just thinking, okay, so I'm going to need to figure out... How am I going to get up? Oh, hell yeah. More goons. Goons work... Oops. Goons works for me. Ah, shields up. Oh no. This is terrible news for Salim that I'm finding so many goons, but it's great news for my quest for glory. Oh, good. Oh no, he figured it out. I was gonna say, thank goodness this goon has not positioned himself properly to take advantage of my... There we go. Boom. So then I was thinking, okay. So I think I have a goal in mind, and I think that I've, sorted out my problem, why I was unable to build the flag machine and what I do need to do to get to Hydra Island. But I'll still have the obstacle of actually getting the Pegasus feathers in front of me. Because the Pegasus feathers, you may recall, are way up on this tall thing, way up here, that I can't get to. I can't just climb this sheer face as far as I can tell. And so then I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about how this thing, and how I had said, like, at some point am I going to team up with Elsa? Well, I'm not teamed up with Elsa yet, and I need to get the Pegasus feathers, I believe. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, if I was a wizard, I could probably cast Force or Fetch to knock this down, or maybe even use the Levitate spell if it hadn't been stolen from me. Now all my magic has been stolen from me, but this character was once a wizard. At the end of Quest for Glory 2, he knew the Levitate spell, but in Quest for Glory 3, he was still a wizard, but he'd forgotten Levitate. Anyway, this is all to say that yesterday while playing King's Quest and throwing some stones to solve some puzzles, I had this realization. That I'm not thinking like a fighter, because I've never really thought of this character as a fighter. Can it be all so simple? Well, I missed, I think. I think that was just a miss. Yep. Wow. I like that the hero went for the unnecessary second flip there. But also, okay, great. That worked. That increases my confidence in the whole scheme. So now, can I get up to this spire and then jump? Can I just grab this thing? Holy smokes. Alright. I even knew to make a Tarzan reference. Literal hours of playing the game, making barely any progress, trying to figure out how to make this balloon, and also wandering around this spot being like, maybe I'll get Elsa, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. And then, not that I got there on my own. Thank you, Cedric and Tashtari. But it all came from looking... Ample supply of feathers. That's what I was hoping to hear. I've got 10 of them. Can we just go to the well? Yep. 20. I mean, I'll take 30. That's probably enough. Okay, then I need to return. Is there a gimmick here? Can the hero find his way down? Oh, I bet he can just climb down this, maybe. No. Well, let's try clicking on some stuff and... Oh, is it... I'll figure it out. I guess at the end of the day, I could just use my Mystic Magnet. So I will, if I haven't figured this out very soon. You know what? Whatever. I have a magical teleporting home device. Why wouldn't I? Okay, now it's the evening. And I've been beaten up and I've worn myself out a little. So it's almost certainly a good idea to sleep before I carry on. And I should also eat so that I don't accidentally starve. I just keep... I don't know. Just did not occur to me. I did think about it in the context of being... When I had the Icarus thought, when I had the Icarus wings revelation, I thought like, but how are those aren't going to get me back. That's true. And so... Yeah. I knew that I would probably needed to get back from Hydra Island. But anyway, so it goes. Here we are. I guess I'll give some feathers to Celine. I don't know
goulash.
how many I'm going to need to make.
You really don't want to know.
Yep. You know that I don't want to know, no man, because I've never asked any follow-up questions about this totally acceptable goulash. Is there anything else? Ah, lifting the rug again by mistake. I guess I'll just have a great night's sleep. And then tomorrow, hopefully 30 feathers is enough to give Salim a few. Like, it doesn't actually make sense. You can't make Icarus wings with 30 feathers anyway. But as a game item, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to make my bed. No, I didn't. I didn't start the game in the morning. Okay. Okay. Puts his head down on his shield on top of his pillow. I don't think that's increasing your comfort in any meaningful way. Nor is it protecting your head. Make the bed, because I am a paladin. I'm not insensitive to the possibility. It seems very remote now, but still I could use the beeswax on the feathers and it could just be like, nothing happens. There's no law that says that can't be what happens next, but it feels right. Feels right. Oh, when I do the anti-hero run, I won't be making any beds. I'm already, just every now and then in my spare time, I just brainstorm about like, how would Bad James react to the various situations that he'll be facing. Because it goes against... It's odd. In
Good to see you again.
Tabletop RPGs, while playing with, like, strangers even. Like, not even just strangers. Check this out. Once in a tabletop RPG, I was invited to participate in a tabletop RPG campaign, which involved two people who I knew because we had gone to Sunday school together for years when I was a kid. But the thing was that most of the kids in the Sunday school were all like, their families knew each other. They went to the same schools. They were friends. And then there were like a few of us from like other places. And so I had no in with them. And I was also a pretty like quiet kid for whatever, like, if you can believe it, just trust me. And not okay, that's not even fair. I wasn't necessarily a quiet kid, but I could be quiet in situations where I felt like I wasn't sure how to position myself socially. And so shy isn't even the word I'm looking for, but something like that. And they, all right, I need to just give him feathers. British, welcome. I'll replace the brassiere for now, since I think that's a later on thing. Please don't take all 30 feathers, my friend. Oh, good. My offer. Have 5. Hey, waffle syrup. Welcome. Yeah, so I knew these two kids because they were like the main characters of Sunday school, but they didn't remember me because why would they? I was the narrator in the grade 5 Christmas play.
I can't do that. I don't have much margin as it is. Here's what I can afford to pay.
Is this not even how to do this? Okay. Sorry about that, man. I don't think I'm supposed to sell them to him at all. Hi, Salim. No, wait. This is not what I wanted to do either.
Cosmic time out there.
Oh, word, man. Just buy something. Stamina pills.
Let's see. Where is it? If I were a little bottle, where would I be?
I am afraid that you have sold the last bottle to that strong fighter who came here yesterday.
Oh, right. We ran out of Pegasus feathers the last time we were making it. Sorry, but we won't have any stamina pills until we get a few more Pegasus feathers.
Okay, I do have to sell them to him. Yes, hold on. Yeah, I ought to, before I do anything more, I should do this, right? Excuse me. I shouldn't be making crafts in their shop. They're trying to run a business here. I'm like throwing feathers around. Getting beeswax all over anything. And I should finish my thought so that it's not just lingering in my mind forever. So I was coming in with these two people that I kind of felt like I knew, but like I knew they didn't know me. And then a third person who I just didn't know. And my buddy, the DM. And I decided in advance I was going to play a drow character. But instead of doing the standard D&D thing where if you're going to play a drow, you know, you're a reformed drow who rejects the evil of the like matriarchal Lolth worshipping underground society and has come to find their own place in the world or whatever, you know, the Drizzt Do'Urden backstory. I decided I would play a drow who is the second born of her family and therefore is less privileged than her older sister, and so was like, well, this is not fair, I'm leaving. And fled to the surface, not to seek like a place as a hero, but just to seek whatever she could get out of people. And my buddy launched the campaign with the classic D&D adventure hook, which is you're all in a coliseum for a fighting tournament, which is where you're going to meet. And he used the pretext that we were put in pairs for the fighting. So I'm in pairs with this dude who I knew in my own mind, who was just very familiar to me, but who did not know me from Adam. It wouldn't even come up until later that we had known each other for years as children. And we're going forward into the battle, and his hero's name was Corto. And he had introduced himself to my character. I'm Corto. And we go towards the enemies, and I rolled first in initiative order, so it was my turn. And they asked me what I wanted to do. And so I said, all right. I go behind this guy. I'm pointed at my fellow, my partner here. I go behind him, and I shove him towards the enemies, and I shout, "Protect me, brave Colin!" And that was the tone that I set with the character. So what I'm saying is, in tabletop RPGs, I'm very willing to be not like a straight up anti-hero, but it goes against all of my instincts when I'm playing a video game. So if I'm going to one day do the anti-hero run, wait, what? Can I not just combine them like this? There's got to be a way. Can't use it that... Or I guess there doesn't have to be a way, because I could be wrong. Okay, hold on. Do I need to be at the Science Academy? Do I need to put something down? I should go to the Science Academy anyway. I don't want to let go of this dream that I'm going to make Icarus wings. Yet. Because of a small mechanical hiccup. So yeah, so I'm trying to think of in advance, like, in what ways, like, how am I going to do this that I can riff with the NPCs as a jerk throughout the whole game without being off-putting to the audience, and while still within a framework where ultimately my jerk is still going to be a hero. I think it's going to be a lot of fun when I get to it. I'll need a little breather. Take some time off of Quest for Glory after I finish the whole series for the first time. Got to do one of my occasional sojourns into more modern games. It's not a new or contemporary game anymore, but I do have I do want to play, what's it called? Disco Elysium. At some point, I acquired that a ways back. Would love to try that sometime. Yeah, stop the gondola in time. What I'm thinking is that once especially because I'll understand at least one way in which the playthrough and the story arc of this game can happen, I would like to try to do an arc, and so be a real jerk at the start, and perhaps gradually acquire lovable rogue status. We'll see. Okay. What if can I put beeswax down on the floor and apply or can I do the feathers on the floor? Nothing happens. Put beeswax down? No. Put the beeswax on my own back? No. Hold on. I'm not looking up spoilers, I promise. Just the general idea, mechanically, of Quest for Glory 5, use item on item. Clef, welcome. It's implying at the very least that some sort of lingering essence of bee remains in the beeswax. I think it makes it... Select the primary item by clicking it. Oh, great. This is the manual even. So I can open this page. It's just a printout of the manual. Wait a minute. So why am I doing this on my phone in a painful way instead of actually just turning to the manual? I'm pulling the manual in front of me for a moment. So I was around page 37, which is way easier to find in a PDF. Page 37, inventory items. Like, whatever the answer is, it's not intuitive. Ah, man. Special objects. Mystic magnets, torch, poison core. Okay. Fine. I will look at it on a wiki printout on my phone. Because apparently, wherever it's explained in the manual, and it must be somewhere. I don't know why the hero keeps walking places. As I try to get everything in order here. Okay, I'll just do a fine search on this horrible ad-loaded wiki. Oh, that sounds in accord with the Google excerpt of the text. So let's try. Okay, hold on. I think I understand now. Not a double click. To use another item or a spell on this item, drag it to this box. I guess it's nice that that comes up here. Okay. Okay. Am I doing something wrong mechanically? She can't use it that way. Okay. Okay. Back to Wikipedia. Icarus, the Greek mythological figure. Icarus and Daedalus used wings the Daedalus constructed from feathers, threads from blankets, clothes, and beeswax. This doesn't seem likely, but hold on. Nope. Can't just attach it to my chainmail. Arg. Okay. Okay. We're not giving up hope. Wait! Ah!
Please do not touch the
Oh,
equipment.
you
It
stupid
is
old man.
delicate and should not be touched by anyone other than a true scientist. Please do
okay.
not touch the equipment. It is delicate and should not be touched by anyone other than a true scientist.
So I do still need to impress these guys. Okay. Do I have anything that would be scientifically impressive for the purposes of bribing? Check this out, man.
I have no need of that. This
Nope.
laboratory is fully equipped.
He's not impressed.
Fascinating. A pity it is just the fevered
Yeah,
imagination of an
okay.
artist and not a true work of science. You could
So-
almost envision the gondola outside being supported underneath that floating bowl.
I can see it all so clearly, and yet. Okay. These guys are obsessed with pizza.
You hold an element of the perfect pizza in your hands, but it is incomplete as yet.
All right.
Anchovies
Okay.
need to be balanced with a more subtle element.
Okay. Something more subtle. Let's talk more about pizza. Pretorius. Oh, hello, Dr. Pretorius.
You mean
Sorry.
you are not
Didn't
here
mean to just
become
come
a
here and start
famous
shoving things in your
scientist?
face.
I'm afraid I'm very busy right now and have no time for salesmen, reporters, adventurers, or other riffraff.
Well, what if I was not here to become a famous scientist, but just to become a good scientist?
You are wise to ask that. Pizza is the essence of scientific principles. A well-designed pizza is like a well-designed experiment, balanced and planned in every aspect. The crust must be crisp and to the point, like the hypothesis one seeks to prove by experimentation. The sauce must be the careful combination of the various substances distilled
Going grocery
to their
shopping.
essence, like the exploration of the hypothesis of the experimentation. The cheese must be binding, like the culmination of the exploration of the hypothesis of the experimentation. The anchovies and artichokes, which are necessary
Artichokes.
for the truly well-designed pizza, are there because they happen to be my favorite pizza toppings. When you come to the revelation that science is the ultimate adventure of a lifetime, you may
One of my favorite
return
local
here
pizza
to
places
begin your academic career.
They got a pie that's sun-dried tomato and artichoke heart pizza. Great stuff. Can't do the anchovy thing. I'm a vegetarian. But I can respect Pretorius's love of the artichoke on pizza. I can confirm that it is, in fact, a delicious pizza topping. Okay, this feels like we have something to work with. Feels good. I've got just over an hour left in my limited time today. It's this bi-weekly, fortnightly, bi-weekly and bi-monthly, and for that matter, biannual. Some of the, for a technical writing teacher, some of the most frustrating words in the English language. Ever go look up a dictionary definition of bi-weekly? The definition of that term is either twice a week or once every 2 weeks. Well, that's a useless word. Yeah, this tabletop session playing Numenera with my buddy. It's coming to a head. The climax of the whole adventure is building is very exciting, but once every 2 weeks we have this big chunk of our Sunday devoted to playing.
Oh,
All right.
friend of my people, it is always a pleasure to see you.
Merrick, it's a pleasure to see you too. I'd love to stay and talk, but I'm actually only interested in buying things. He just has an artichoke pizza. Well, okay. Artichokes on pizza, however, are an acquired taste.
May your
that's
mouth
true-
be chopped.
It did not take me long to acquire it. A&A Pizza. All right. A true master of science. Well, it seems that way now, Waffle Syrup. But that's because you missed the last 2 sessions where I thought that I was trying to build a hot air balloon to solve this problem. And then, of course, the exact opposite of the problem that I've been having, like, took me a while to fix this mechanism because I didn't try the simple thing you would actually do. Just like how, you know, in Quest for Glory 1, when you find that tree, if you're a fighter, you should throw a rock at the nest. That'll get the nest out of the tree. Where's I going with this? In the exact opposite direction. When Tashtari gave me the, you gotta impress the scientists, I didn't think far out enough. So I was actually trying to think of a scientific accomplishment I could do to impress them and not thinking about the game's running joke. The series running joke that scientists are all obsessed with pizza. And, you know, well, I shouldn't say all scientists in the game are obsessed with necrophilia, but a non-zero percentage of the scientists we've met in the games are necrophiliacs. The most discordant note in Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. I learned the how to combine items trick just in time, eh? Hey, Pretorius. Did you ever think that maybe I'm a scientific genius?
This is quite marvelous. An anchovy and artichoke pizza, the ultimate combination of ingredients. You have the makings of
Well, I like to toot my own horn.
scientist. Feel free to look around and learn what lessons you can fathom.
I'm going to delay gratification here and learn about the other things. Okay. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a microscope. And then if I look in the microscope, I see different things. Okay, I was super zoomed in on one of these, I guess, before. So it's a bunch of cells that are all wearing little hats. There's probably something, you know. Oh, it's different every time because I'm just messing around. Well, how long till it repeats? Is it a cycle? Yes. Okay. I bet that'll maybe be relevant later, or perhaps not. Oh. This particular... all the deadly chemicals. You don't want people to think you're a mad scientist. I'm almost certainly still not supposed to kill Gort here, but the narrative structure of the game is really setting me up to believe that after this next Rite, Gort will be dead, and I will next be accessing the secret laboratory that I have a password to. Oh, of course. Can't look through the telescope in daytime. Can I look at stuff on the desk? No, it's just a regular desk. Okay. Well, that's about all the gratification I care to delay. I'm ready to be gratified. Alright. The true cause of science is to get as close as you can to the sun. You apply wax to the framework to create a wing-like shape. I must object strongly to that. That's really poorly written descriptive text. The wing-like shape was there. I have done nothing to affect the shape of this skeletal wing structure. All I did was make it sticky. So hopefully I don't need clothes and threads. Hopefully this is simpler than the myth. Boom. Wings. Oh no. Can't wait to test the wings out. I really should have saved before I did that, but I didn't think it was going to put me on rails. Well, hopefully 25 sets of healing pills are enough. And hopefully I don't need that jerk's sword to kill the dragon. If I do, whatever. This is the adventure game portion of the game. If I have to do it over, doing an adventure game over is not hard. The wax on my wings is melting. Just descend a little, man. I'm not really a scientist is the problem. I know nothing about the fact. Well, here goes. Starting a new save game name. Oh, good. I'm getting hungry. Fair enough. I would probably also work up an appetite if I had to flap my arms. Boom. Tasty fruit. You know, I just flew in from Silmaria. Boy, are my arms tired. Let's get this paladin sword out. What do we got here? Sticky sap wells forth from the small tree. Best keep your head away from it. Surely you've heard of a GUI in your face before. Not your finest wordplay, Lorianne. Not least because the I in GUI stands for interface. Well, there's the Hydra. I guess that's definitely how I'm supposed to read it, but the wordplay still doesn't work. Because the I in GUI is for interface. So you've heard of a GUI interface before, right? Like a graphical user interface? Sure, I've heard of that. Here we are. Playing Quest for Glory, a hybrid adventure and RPG game. Let's... Oh, hey, here's Elsa. We'll definitely investigate the goo before we leave, I think. Exactly, Tashtari. Exactly. Okay, what else do I have that's important? I didn't get any stamina pills. However... Rip in peace. I'm not sure if the Hydra's fire is going to be the one or the other. I can probably...
Look as if you could use a little help. Mind if I join you?
Elsa, how you doing, girl? Yeah, I never turned down help. Oh, great. We got a little time to talk. How you doing, Elsa? How you been?
Oh, I have no doubt you are pleased to see me here. Misery loves company, yeah?
I mean, I don't feel miserable, but yeah, I mean, it's great to have you here. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? What's new?
I have gotten here by Minos' ship. We had to battle some sea people to do so. I can understand why the fishermen do not dare come here in their little boats.
Hold on, Elsa. Before we fight the Hydra, yeah, let's play a few rounds of the local Silmarian card game, and then let's swap all of our magic crystals around. Optimize our builds. So hold on. Anyway, how'd you get to Minos? You're leaving unanswered questions here, Elsa. What do you think we're gonna do here with the Hydra?
It's very ugly and obviously tough. Working together, though, we should be able to defeat it.
Well, I've heard tale that there's a specific way to defeat it. I don't remember all the details, but fortunately, they're programmed into my dialogue tree.
I shall use the torch when you chop off the head.
Exactly. Yes. Fire. Okay. I guess I ought to also get the magic ward going, just in case. Just in case Hydra fire or something. Okay, that's it. Oh man. Like, it's doing a pitiful job of fighting me. Like, doing damage. Careful. Yes, good work. Hold on. Can I not just advance now towards it? Okay, good. No? Do I have to run all the way to the other head? Good thing this Hydra doesn't move around. This is no Dark Souls Hydra. I mean, the Dark Souls Hydra barely moves around. Now that I think about it. Uh-oh. Defenseless. Except for my many, many healing pills. And the fact that this thing doesn't really seem to do much damage to me even without my ward. Boom, cauterized. I guess I gotta go face to face now. Oh, what the heck. Pop some uppers. Yes. For that matter, way easier than any Gleeok in Tears of the Kingdom. Wait, I stopped paying attention and I got dissolved. Oops. But still easy. I just need to, you know, not accidentally let myself die. Which makes sense. I'm not clear on why it didn't do any damage the other times. But hey, what are you gonna do? Elsa? Hey, Elsa. I would love your help, Elsa. By the way, how have you been?
I have no doubt you are pleased to see me here. Misery loves company, yeah?
I mean, I'm pretty happy. I don't have to, you know, share a house with your brother, though. Hey,
I
Ben.
have gotten here by Minos' ship. We had
I'm gonna want to
battle
talk
some
about that
sea
later,
people to
'cause
do so. I can
there's a
understand
missing
why
piece
the fishermen
in your
do not dare
explanation.
come here in their little boats.
Was it from the King of Minos? The acid breath just does not, even when it looks like it's attacking you on the sides, it's not.
It is very ugly and obviously tough. Working together, though, we should be able to defeat it.
Well, working together in one very specific way.
I shall use the torch when you chop off the head.
That's right. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna save my paladin spells. I'll put the wards and stuff up for the last fight. Okay, no, the breath even hits me this way. And it cares not for my shield. I'm not sure how I was just positioned well the previous time, I guess. Fortunately, I've got so many pain pills. The hero is going to have some real substance use issues between the opiates and the uppers. The amphetamines at the end of this battle, but when I'm king of Silmaria, I'll have access to all the drugs I need, sure. This Hydra head is stupid. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess like Salim like sells the pills, and yet I feel like he'd also be like, you know, we can do this in a more natural way. Okay, not sure which of these shields. And not with any restraint. Winners go all in on drugs. There, I got the positioning right this time. Oh wait, he's draining my stamina. Well, I got a pill for that too, buddy. Cauterize it.
That did it. We have defeated the Hydra.
Mostly me though, right? You're gonna tell them it was mostly me. How you feeling?
That
Got the
was a
blood
good
up.
battle. We have certainly proved our worth here.
Yeah. Especially me. Yeah. Yeah, when I tell Salim, like, oh man, your pills came in really handy for me, buddy. Couple bottles of the stamina pills, 6 or 7 of the healing pills. Bottles? The recommended dosage, man, is not measured in bottles. So yeah, we, I mean, it's not actually dead, but It didn't grow any new heads, at least.
It was a vicious thing, but at least it stays on this island. I do not understand why this was considered to be a Rite, when it was certainly not a great threat to Silmaria.
Are you suggesting something nefarious at play? So, by the way, would you call that like a 65-35 win?
The Hydra could not be defeated without us working together. Perhaps it is teamwork that this Rite is about.
What sense does that make, though, Elsa? We're competing to be the king. Do you know my buddy Rakesh, by the way? I'm sorry to change the subject, but...
That is a great tragedy.
Yeah, he's all messed up.
I enjoyed speaking with the Lion Tar. I know that he was your friend. I am sorry for you.
I mean, be sorrier for him. I'm gonna fix him. Don't worry. We're gonna save Rakesh. Okay. Well, hey. High five.
I am not ready to leave just yet. I am certain we can find something of value here.
Ha! Well, I'm getting to the goo before you. Can I pick up a bone and use it to get some goo? I kind of feel like just touching the goo is probably not the way to go. Now you've done it. You've got this gooey boiled sap all over your hands. It feels very rubbery as it dries. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what that implies. Feels wasteful to try to pardon me use it. Oh, you can't even use a magic axe as a... Wait, yes you can you? Yeah. Feels wasteful to try to use a magic axe as a goo scraping apparatus. I don't think I have an amphora on me. Nothing happens. Okay. Mental note. Buy a few amphora from Wolfie so this frustration doesn't repeat. Okay. Well, how come the fruit has the... Like, is this fruit from Tarna? Okay. This is very frustrating because Elsa's right. That there's... I'm not sure that it seems obvious that I'll get a second chance at this. Do I want to do it over just to have an amphora that I can get goo in? Yeah, you should be constantly acquiring empty bottles. But I guess the hero is just too scrupulous to put a substance in a labeled bottle if it's not the correct substance. Okay. Is there anything else? Bones. Alright, do I do it all over again just to get some goo? Wait a minute. Oh, Elsa, I'm sorry. I'm save scumming you on that. Hands me the scales. Oh, she's going back? Elsa, are you sure? I mean, she gave it to me, so that's fine. I don't need to save scum her on this. I'm worried about her now, though. Elsa. Yeah. Yes, Cedric. I'll take a minor spoiler answer to the goo question. I figured I need the goo. I guess more importantly, if I leave the island without the goo, is that it? Can I come back to Hydra Island? That's my real concern. It only took one Pegasus feather, by the way, to make the Icarus wings. But we'll understand that the quantity is measuring in bunches. Hold on, can I scrape up some goo with a Hydra scale? No. Well, jeez. All right. Let's just run it back. Did I at least save after acquiring the feathers? Of course I didn't. Oh well. Like I said, this is not the really time-consuming part of adventure games. Is solving the puzzle. And since I was expecting the Hydra to be much harder, the only goal I set in my own mind was to finish the third Rite today. I thought that would be great. And we can still do that even though I only have 45 minutes here. But yeah, I'm going to just proactively pick up several amphora. And why not? Like, I have all these drachmas. Got lots of money. And really not that great a need for it. My accommodations are all covered. Whoo. It's the returning to normal posture and then re-engaging for a second backflip that like, not only is that brave to have that extra time in the jump where you might not successfully get your head right, that's gonna also require a lot of core strength. Whereas doing a backflip there would probably be much easier. The hero just didn't go for it. It's too easy. It's not impressive. If the Pegasus sees me doing that, it'll just be like, whatever, man. There. I can't imagine I'll ever need more than 30. It just feels unnecessarily selfish to acquire more. Alright, I arrive home. This time I made it home in the afternoon. I don't know that that's enough time to get to Wolfie, but I'll give it a shot. That's true. We could do a whole brand, like, that seems like a wasteful use, perhaps, of...
Namaste, and may you be having a pleasant day.
Oh, I'm having a great day, Wolfie. Found so many feathers, you wouldn't believe it. So, could I get, like... Wait, no, sorry. Clicking on the wrong slider, Wolfie. I didn't mean to excite you by thinking I was going to willingly overpay. Oh, heck. I really like you, Wolfie. It's a tip.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am most grateful.
Well, I'm grateful to you, Wolfie. Just for being you. Head over here while we have the opportunity.
Oh, friend
Not
of my
wasting any
people.
daylight.
It is always a pleasure to see you.
Great to see you too. Can I get one of those artichoke pizzas I keep hearing
May
about?
your mouth be charmed by the taste of it. Many thanks.
I'm actually not so much charming a mouth as a pompous ass with this pizza, but I'm sure it will be thoroughly charmed. Alright, hopefully goulash is still on the menu. I guess I'll take a 1 hour middle of the road nap for the sake of eating at a more dinnery hour. I don't want no man to think that I'm, like a boring old guy. Having supper at 4:30. Hey, no man.
I really
Wait.
need your help. Oh,
Hold on.
please say you will, pretty, please.
You need my help? I mean, this is very out of the ordinary, no man. But, well, I mean, it's actually not. People are constantly asking me for help, and I constantly say yes.
Great. I told everyone that I had a belly dancer to entertain this evening. Unfortunately, Tessie couldn't fit into the belly dancing costume. My gal
Okay.
Sal has a black eye, and Tony has a broken toe, so they couldn't do it. And that left Rover, and he refused. All you need to do is go up on stage, get dressed, and come out dancing. Just wiggle your butt and wave your arms, and you'll do fine. We're all rooting for you.
Okay. Well, great. I'm glad we reloaded so that we could have this absurd interlude. Oh, hey, Wolfie's here. And some guy. And the young Kata lady. Oh, look at me. I'm looking fine. Look at the hero's butt. I mean, it makes sense. I'm a good climber. I've got glutes. This is great, although I don't understand why a costume that was supposed to fit gnomes would fit the hero. But there we go. I hope that didn't cost me okay, good. I was like, it better earn me honor points for being a good dude and not cost me honor points for behaving in a manner unfitting of a knight. Yeah. You know, some of my best friends are kata. So, Anne, how come you didn't, like, I don't want to, like, you know, put you on the spot or anything, but, like, you know.
That was fun.
You look like you'd
I don't
fit.
think I laughed so hard since Tony Maloney made phony baloney.
All right, I'm sorry, no man, but you laughed? Every other thing I do, you can't stop sexually harassing me about, but then I go up and do a sexy dance for you and it's funny. You didn't think my dance was sexy?
You did good. You can dance for me any day, Jay.
It's James, actually. I mean, close enough. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was fun, honey bun.
Great. Can I have a meal now? This is what I was really interested in, no man. I feel like we're getting close to kind of breaking through a plot wall here and really get like,
We're
cause like
having goulash. You don't want to know. You really
we got
don't
ongoing
wanna know.
plots. Oh, really? Nice. I mean, I might have never seen this in my playthrough if I hadn't reloaded. I'm not sure. But that's cool. But I hope this brings us closer to Punny Bones showing up. I hope that... Like, what else? I feel like we're probably not gonna get Uhura making an appearance, but we could. There hasn't been any Irana content, but that feels like I feel like Irana, because there's been no Irana place, and that seems odd, but also we're gonna obviously be visiting further out islands. So I feel like Irana content is definitely coming. in what other ways will this tie in, bring back the people we know and love? Find out together. But then we got an assassin plot ongoing that I feel like something has to happen. We can't just go do the fourth rite and then Elsa gets killed. Like, we can't just follow that logic to it. That can't be it, I hope. All right. Part of why the hero was so willing to do that is because in his heart he knows that he looked cooler back when he had his Shapirian purple pants on. He may dress in a more respectable manner since he's, a more restrained, dignified manner since he's become a prince and a paladin and all that. But in his heart he knows that his best fit was the Shapirian purple parachute pants with a bright blue shirt. There should be a fan patch for Quest for Glories 3 through 5, just to fix the palette on the hero's clothes. Alright. Oh, jeez. This is actually a very poor time for me to pour a drink pour some water while I'm watching the animation. This is not an animation I'm watching. This is a pretty low-key, quick time event. Oh, I didn't even click successfully. So I was under no time pressure whatsoever. Come on, hero. Ah. Have a little courage, man. You've dealt with bigger challenges than a slight hop to get into a gondola, with the greatest risk being a 15-foot fall into water. But we'll run it back. Please count. Arrgh. Jump the gun. I'm not even gonna try. Of course this becomes a challenge now. It's alright. Just maintain my composure. Stay focused. Here we go. Okay. Watch me miss with all 5 rocks. Okay. Okay. I just had to put that negative energy into the air. To purge it. Okay. I will demonstrate my great commitment to science.
Why, this is quite marvelous.
I'm glad you think so.
Anchovy and artichoke pizza, the ultimate combination of ingredients. You have the makings of a true scientist. Feel free to look around and learn what lessons you can fathom.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Pretorius. Right, the other time I thought, man, I wish I'd gone and stocked up, but no, as we know, we don't need to. Hydra is not really so impressive as all that. All right. You think you need to build up a little more speed than that? What do you even need a ramp? In what way did the ramp contribute to the hero building up speed there? Should have been one more quest to get some roller skates or something. Destroys your Icarus wings completely. How did I know to call them Icarus wings? I've never met the man. Here we go. Without any further ado, let's fill an amphora with goo. Just hold on a second, Hydra. I'm getting some goo. Excellent. Feels good. Yeah, I'll get my sword out. Why not? Bring a weapon.
You
Here's
look as
Elsa.
if you could use a little help. Mind if I join you?
You know what? It just occurred to me that you'd get yourself in trouble if you weren't paying attention. Because the way to respond to this is no. And the way to respond to this is yes.
Oh,
Hello,
I
Elsa.
have no doubt
Sorry
you
to
are
cut you
free.
off, but
I
how have you been?
gotten here by Minos' ship. We had to battle some sea people to do
Oh,
so.
yeah, what do you
It
think of
is
the Hydra
very
here?
Ugly and obviously tough.
I heard a
Working
rumor we
together,
need to
I
cauterize
shall
its
use
heads.
the torch when you chop off the head.
That's the plan, Elsa. Alright. Break on 3. Hydra, eh? Well, to me, you're just a 3-headed drake. You can call me Kendrick. Even if you are not a hip-hop fan, I would recommend taking 6 minutes out of your day after this stream is over. Not right now. To listen to Kendrick Lamar's new track, Meet the Grams. Quite possibly one of the most brutal diss tracks I have ever heard. Jay-Z and Nas did not... Ice Cube in the NWA, none of these beefs invoked anything as vicious as like any random like 90 seconds of that song is more vicious than almost anything you've ever heard said about anybody. Every verse in the song it's called Meet the Grams. Every verse in the song is directed to a different member of Drake's family. The first line to his father is, yeah, seriously, protect your necks, son. Elsa's smoking on the necks like Smoking Joe Frazier over here. Whoops. I don't need an amphora. I put my pills away. A true hero never puts his pills away. Whoa.
That did it. We have defeated the Hydra.
The first line in the verse to Drake's dad is, "Dennis, you raised a fucking horrible person." And that's probably the gentlest thing he says in the song. So good. So good. I will say this about Drake. I like Hotline Bling as a song. But I think Hotline Bling only works if you interpret it as a dramatic monologue that is self-aware about the character it's portraying. And I think the song is actually just portraying what Drake thinks and believes about relationships with women.
That was a good battle. We have certainly proved our worth here. It was a vicious thing, but at least it stays on this island. I do not understand why this was considered to be a Rite, when it was certainly not a great threat to Silmaria. The Hydra could not be defeated without us working together. Perhaps it is teamwork that this Rite is about.
Perhaps. Anyway, my buddy Rakesh, I'm worried about him.
That is a great tragedy. I enjoyed speaking with the Lion Tar. I know that he was your friend. I am sorry for you.
His son also lives here. You feel sorry for him. Especially because his dad loves me more than him. Alright.
I am not ready to leave just yet. I am certain we can find something of value here.
I'm sorry, Elsa. I'm scooping you on this. Got the scales and the teeth. Ho-ho.
You've got the teeth to prove you won this Rite, but what is my reward for all the effort I went through here?
Listen, Elsa. Have a little faith. You can have the runner-up scales.
Many thanks, but I do not need such a thing.
Then what the hell are you talking about? What do you want as a reward? Say, defeating the Hydra is the reward. Okay, do you have anything in mind?
That was not an easy job. We both deserve to win this Rite, but I do not think that this one can be a tie. There were too few teeth in that last snaky face.
Okay, I'm not gonna go gross with it. Especially because, I kind of got this thing going with Arana. I know she's been dead. It's weird. And I'm married. Maybe we can find something, though.
There may be something in the cave behind the Hydra. Why do we not go look?
Let's go. Let's do it.
If you wish to leave now, do so. I intend to search this place more thoroughly.
Well, Elsa? Let's see if there's some treasure in that cave, if it'll make you feel better. I mean, I'm not trying to scoop you here, although I am the one who took all the horrible danger. I took the most risk here in this battle. There's danger coming from the chest. I don't even see a chest.
I knew it. I was certain that we would find something in this cave worthwhile. This magical bow will be all the reward I want from here. I will return to Silmaria. It has been interesting working with you. I will see you at the Hall of Kings.
I'll catch you there, Elsa. Magneting out. That's great. So there's danger coming from a chest. Where's the chest? Excuse me, Hydra. Okay. Let's test the waters here. I mean, I don't know anything about thieving, so I'm just going to try this in the straightforward manner of a paladin. Examine the chest. Probably came off a sunken ship. Hydra dragged it in here many years ago. There's an obvious trap on the lock. Let's see if I can just tank it. Chest is obviously locked. Do you really think it'd make it easy on you? No. I don't... There's no reason I would already have the key. And yet, what if my in... No, my in key is not going to work. Oh, whatever. Let's find out. You only live once. Totally killed. You bested the beast of many heads, that upon the bones of many fed. Alas, a monster slew you too. The monster Greed decreed you dead. Alright, Elsa, let's go. It's a dangerous chest. I'm thinking perhaps that chest is just not for me.
I knew it. I was certain that we would find something in this cave worthwhile. This magical bow will be all the reward I want from here. I will return to Silmaria. It has been interesting working with you. I will see you at the Hall of Kings.
It's been a pleasure, Elsa. You know that you've basically lost. I mean, my opening of that chest was functionally equivalent to Drake initiating a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar. Like, what did you think was gonna happen, dude? Of course you've been exploded and now you're dead on the cave floor. Yeah, let's get out of here. I need the chest. Okay. Let me try to solve... Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can solve the riddle of the chest.
I knew it. I was certain that we would find something in this cave worthwhile. This magical bow will be all the reward I want from here. I will return to Silmaria.
Frustrating, of course,
it
that
has been interesting working with you.
I
will see you at
I
the
should
Hall
have
of
just the
Kings.
open spell. This should be an easy problem. Okay. Any ideas? Wait, what spells do I have? I mean, I feel like probably that's not enough. At any rate, what I will do is update my save here. We understand the whole gimmick of... Oh, wait. Is this it? Like, is there a key just somewhere on the ground? That wouldn't make sense. Why would the key be here if the Hydra dragged it back from the ocean? Multi-purpose amphora, you say? Okay. Okay, is there anything else I can... No, there are very clearly very few options here. If I force it open, I will die. If I throw rocks at it, it will not explode. Unless I just missed the first time. No. I don't see why this would do anything. But let's find it. No, of course not. Okay. I guess it would be silly not to just find it. If this will do it. Probably not. Oh! But actually, yes. Significantly so. Hey, some rope. Anyway, yeah, I'll take all this. Wait, yeah, magic chainmail. That's better than what I have, right? I think. Let's see. Yeah, because all I'm wearing is chainmail. Notably inferior to the same thing in magic form. Whoo! And it glows, it's shiny. Excellent. I'm a little bit faster with this magical chainmail. I've got a shrink spell scroll. Of course, magic is no longer for me, but the rope seems like a vital component of a flying machine, even if it's kind of silly. If that's what it turns out it's for, it will be kind of silly that the rope you can only get rope from a treasure chest in the Hydra's cave. But okay, I'm glad I tried the straightforward approach, which I've been saying you need to do in Quest for Glory before you give up and start thinking in increasingly ornate adventure game logic terms. We go home. It's 4:07 p.m., so I'll take a 1 hour nap. My spell disables. And let's see. Well, I don't need to do it today, but I gotta make a point to talk to Wolfie and see if he has any comments on my sexy dance. Hey, no man. She's got nothing new. I need an early supper today, no man. I just slew the Hydra. It's a whole thing.
Today, we are having macaroni and cheese. Plain old macaroni and cheese. I gave the cooks the day off.
Compliments to the chef. All right. Now it's 5:30. Probably too late to turn it in, but let's try. Yeah, that would have been rough. Do you really need to eat? Come on, no man. I have a pump on right now because I just slayed the Hydra. I'm dripping with Hydra blood and acid. Well, if the marketplace is still open.
And may you be
Wolfie.
having a pleasant day.
Well, I don't know that I'd say pleasant per se. Slew the Hydra.
Be very careful. I would not like to read
Oh,
any bad
don't
news
worry.
about you on the notice board. Good day.
Oh. Maybe the hero should hook up with her to open her mind to different body types. That falls down on account of the hero obviously being a big jack dude. Or not a big jack dude, but a regular size dude who is clearly in pretty good shape. Walking ominously towards this guy. But I have no sword, so he won't be that threatened.
Bravo! You have
I've
won the
earned
right of valor.
holy strength.
All will be summoned to the Hall of Kings.
Is all... Oh. Gort is still alive. I mean, that's good,
The Hydra has been defeated.
in a sense.
The fire and poison of its many heads has ceased. Here stands the one who faced the death
Hey,
and destruction of
Logos,
this foul
not the
creature.
one.
Here stands the man of courage who is now victorious.
That part's true.
Here stands the Prince of Shapir.
And the hero of the North.
The Rite of Valor.
Honorary Simbani warrior. Paladin of great honor. Savior of Mordavia. Got more titles
The
than
Hydra
Connor
is
of
dead.
Daventry.
And the terror it has brought has ended. A ruler must be willing to face danger for his kingdom. A brave man can face death without flinching. There are things, though, that even a brave man fears to face.
The
You
cooking
shall
at
go
No
to
Man's?
the island of Daedalus. Seek out the Sibyl there, the prophetess who sees the web of fate. Speak with her and
Logos.
confront your future. Return with
Give me a
proof
break,
that
man.
you have faced yourself.
This is sheer superstitious nonsense.
Yeah.
We shall not participate in such
I'm leaving
poppycock.
honor points on the
Sibyls
table
who
here
see
by
the
not
future.
actually
Ha!
intervening.
Gort is a product of rational science and has no time for some soothsaying swindler's lies.
Nevertheless,
Mobius,
this
you
is the rite
jackass.
of destiny. Go forth and face
Science
your fate.
is about empiricism. So if we can go there and observe that it actually happens, then it is not superstition. It is scientifically verified. Anyway, maybe some heroes fear to face their destiny, but I had Magda really give me a pretty good rundown on it. I also had a religious ritual in Tarna that told me about my future. I'm not sweating this. You want to talk about scary? You gotta have these blind dreams. Weird. That's interesting, Cedric. Maybe it's because I don't know. No, I can't think of a good reason. I have no explanation. That's very strange. Let's start being real cautious. Okay, good. The assassin has not come through for us in terms of getting into the secret laboratory at the Academy of Science. But we're only on Rite 4, and it does feel like Elsa probably is exempt from the getting killed off plotline, I hope. So it could just be finish the 4th Rite, Gort gets it. Who knows? Alright, so I'm low on time here, but I've done every single thing that I hope to do today, so I feel good about that. I have one last task in mind before I shut her down for the day. Neither of them are dead though yet.
The soup
Right?
for tonight is lobster
should
wrist.
probably go get an update on
Rover
that.
brought in a huge lobster for dinner, but Messy Tessie couldn't bear to drop the lobster alive into the boiling pot, so the cooks decided to get the lobster drunk first.
Yeah,
Soon
poison
they
it
were
a
all
little.
singing Little Brown Jug, with
The
the
humane
lobster
way.
singing harmony. While Tessie was reaching for the barrel of beer, she knocked over the flour, which soon covered everything.
I think
So
once
they
the
gave
lobster's
lobster
singing
a bath
harmony,
and a group hug for
it's
being
too
such
far.
a good sport, and turned him loose. Then they made the soup from his bath water.
Slurp. Alright. That's great, no man. Hope there's another Silmarian bank holiday coming up so the staff gets the day off. Just have some ordinary mac and cheese. Okay. Let's do a quick circuit. Run through town, talk to important personages, see if they have anything new to say about how great I'm doing in the rights of
It is a
rulership.
good day, is it not? A fine
I mean,
day
at this
for
point, I pretty
flying,
much
if one
I
could
need to be
fly.
assassinated to not win. Heck yeah.
The
Movie.
notice board said that you would be off to find your destiny. I hope it is not lost too badly.
No, don't worry. They told me where to find it. It's on Delos. How have you been?
I am getting much better. I used to take a lope outside the city gates every morning, but things were getting so much dangerous that I could not. Now that you have driven off the bad soldiers, I can run off all the rice I eat again.
I'm happy, Wolfie, that you're finding time to exercise, but no matter what Gnome Anne tells you, you have to understand that you're beautiful the way you are. You're a very good boy. You can eat all. You can be a carb-loaded Wolfie, and I would still be your friend. Heard any new rumors?
There was talk that after your last meeting in the Hall of Kings, several arguments were heard. Dr. Mobius the scientist was most displeased about the Rite of Destiny, and he said to his person Gort that they will have to try something to even the odds in the next contest. The woman warrior Elsa was also heard to show her displeasure to Minos. It seems that he wished to take Elsa directly to this island of Delos, and Elsa wished to find her way there herself. She said that she does not take his orders, and he said yet. And she was most angry. This is all very interesting, is it not?
Yeah, that's all very helpful, Wolfie. That sounds more like reporting than rumors, but thank you. That's helpful. Did you hear that I made some Icarus wings that I've actually flown? Not yet in a balloon.
I have seen a man to fly once without wings or other magic. It is something that I painted in the picture to show that this was true, and that I did not make up such a thing. For some reason, people still did not believe what I saw.
Well, hey, thank you, Wolfie, for prompting me to initiate the Build the Flying Machine quest. Remember before when I got the brassiere and I was like, well, that's kind of out of nowhere. They did not signpost this Build a Balloon quest at all. So yeah, I'm going to find my destiny for like manyth time. My destiny is to be a great hero.
Holy cow! I did not know that destiny was so hard to find. I always thought that the future comes to you, whether you look for it or not.
Hey, that's a good way to think about it, buddy. Like a leaf on the stream.
Good luck in your quest for destiny. I have learned that one can build the future from what one does today. Namaste.
Wise words, my friend.
Welcome, friend, to all Katas. May that pin be ever the sign of friendship between us.
Heck yeah, Sarah. I guess you haven't heard any news about how I'm really cleaning up in the rights of rulership, but that's okay. I don't mean to brag or anything. Gotta keep remembering that humility is one of my heroic virtues.
Oh, friend of my people, it is always a pleasure to see you.
You too, Merrick.
May your day be
But I'm
filled
gonna be
with
carrying
pleasures
on.
and surprises, O Prince.
I think it will be, Marek. Whoa. Like, for example.
Γεια σας, μιλάτε ελληνικά?
Yes. Kairos. I think.
Good to see you
If you're
again.
asking me how I am, and that means good or well. Hey, Julinar. Well, obviously you have no new dialogue.
Come again soon. Our herbs will
Now that I
always
understand
be
the
here when you need them.
counterintuitive, it took a while for me to pick up on it. The yellow is the nothing to see here color, nothing new, and like grayed out or like, you know, unemphasized is better do something. Sorry, never mind. Didn't mean to talk to you like that, my man. Can I sell you 3 Pegasus feathers? Boom. Oh, he only wants to buy 1 for 29. Okay.
Hey, thanks. This will really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more good pills and potions.
Hell yeah, buddy. On that note. There we go. I'll take a few of these.
I can't do that. I don't have much margin as it is. Here's what I can afford to pay.
What? Ah, I'm still in the sell option. Oops. Now.
Hey, thanks. This will really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more good pills and potions.
For sure, my man. Wait, you're just selling the raw Pegasus feathers? sense does that make, man? Okay, it's all good. Let's go talk to... blanking on his name. Much like his father did every time he ever spoke to me.
Welcome.
Chakra.
You have a difficult task ahead of you with the Rite of Destiny. Delos, like Hydra, is too far for boats. You will need to fly without wings there.
Thank you, Shaka. That nudge is very, very helpful. Oh, great. So, in fact, the yellow shading on Talk To conceals whether or not there are new things to say. How's it going, Shaka?
Habari, my friend. How may I aid you?
Well, I mean, I got to do this Destiny thing.
The Rite of Destiny will be difficult to accomplish only because Delos is far from here, across the most dangerous of waters. No boat will dare sail there unless it could sail through the sky.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Even if you made the wings again, they could not get you to Delos. The wind is wrong for that. You will need to find a flying device that you can control.
Oh yes, quite famously. Hot air balloons, easy to navigate regardless of the wind. Not sure that's true. But whatever, we'll go with it. So yeah, this island of Delos. It's about, what, like one Zeppelin trip away?
Delos is a very interesting place. There is a good deal of magic there. It is well worth visiting.
Yeah.
However, the Sibyl of Delos must be treated with respect. She
Chakra.
reads the strands of the future.
I, Chakra, am what they call a paladin. I treat everyone with respect. Oh, and by the way, how are you? You dealing okay with your father?
I am still upset about my father and the events in Silmaria. Erasmus is still asleep. I am worried, my friend. Very worried.
You got anything magical to help figure out the problem? Oh no, don't worry about it. I'll solve all the problems.
Farewell.
Take care.
And I hope that your destiny is favorable.
You know what, Chaka? I'm sorry. That was testy. The balloon hints are very, very helpful. In an alternate timeline where I didn't bumble into the middle of the balloon quest before it was ever mentioned to me and before it was relevant. Okay, I'm right at quitting time. But I got one last thing that I want to check out. Ah, I gotta stop and talk to Jerkface. Follow us.
What do you want?
I was just wondering if you have any feelings about how great I'm doing. I'm making you some money.
I'm busy. I'm always busy.
Can't you take some time off with your winnings? Because you're betting? Okay. Any new merchandise?
I'll be glad to tell you about my weapons. Once you show me the dough. You won't find a better weapon than the ones I sell.
And yet I slew the Hydra with a weapon that I brought with me from home. You ass. If I give him the Pegasus feathers, can I start the task of hooking him up with the Pegasus? I have to try that next week. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Now, I'll save it for next time. I wanted to see if I could finish the flying machine, but I don't have any rocks, so I have to go grab rocks, then we can do the whole thing. And I did say that I would wrap up at literally this instant. So perhaps I will do the honorable thing. And I'll stop. Okay. Okay. This was most of my Quest for Glory playthroughs. Yeah, I mean, that could be it. There's definitely something, you know, going on inside this guy's heart. He's at war with himself in one way or another. Maybe it is, like, maybe it's a thing about, you know, like, I'm supposed to be attracted to other centaurs, but instead of, like all my feelings are towards human men and lady horses or something. Like, I'm all over the place. There's a whole lot of weird shame going on for me in my centaur culture upbringing. Yeah, it's always the pattern. Or not, I don't know if it's always. I'd have to go back and review, but generally I think my Quest for Glory playthroughs kind of have this wax and wane of like periods where I'm just like, come on. Like, just like kicking the machine, trying to get it to start running again. And then times where it's just like boom, 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 boom. And it feels like this session into next session is going to be boom, 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 boom. As the plot really starts to, I feel like we're heading towards a third act that will get a, well, I don't know, because like there's got to be an underwater thing. That might be Rite 5, you know, find the lost kingdom of Atlantis. Yeah, who knows? Maybe on Delos we'll find something about Arana. Lots could happen. This is good. This is good. There was a bit there around Rites 1 and 2 with all the fighting. Exactly. Exactly, Cedric. Or like, as often happens, put together, like, you figured out steps 5, or like even like 3 through 10 of the puzzle, and then you're just agonizing over 1 and 2, and then when you get them, and you just get to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it feels good. There's a little moment early in the game during the first 2 rites when I was like, oh, are we just going to be doing these fights? just 5 big fights in a row and then the game's over? So I was very glad when the Hydra quest opened us up to more adventuring. This is an adventure RPG hybrid. Yeah, this is going well. This is going well. I don't think I'm going to beat this one next weekend, whereas I might beat King's Quest 8 next weekend, so we might not have that beautiful symmetry. But, yeah, cool stuff. All right, check it out. On Tuesday, hopefully, you know, Greg's got some stuff going on in his life. We don't need to talk about the details. But hopefully, Greg will be here, and we'll head into the 1991 arcade era of the beat 'em up as Greg and James beat 'em up. Our tour of the beat 'em up genre, where right now our quest is to play every beat 'em up that was ever released through 1993. And then we'll decide if that's the point where it makes sense to make a ranked list, or do we have to then do 94? Like, how far do we have to go before it makes sense to do a like golden age beat 'em ups? Every beat 'em up from the heyday of the genre, ranked officially. We'll see. I hope you do too, Jacket. I think I will. Got to start teaching a new course tomorrow, but to 9 students, and it's the same course I just taught in the winter. So I'm feeling good about that. And like, while there's work involved in getting a course going, I also am fortunate enough to really enjoy my job. So like, I'm excited to have a class again. After a month where all I had students, but all I had to do was grade their papers and never see them. And other than that, yeah, I think it's going to be a good week indeed. I think it's going to be a good month. I think we're heading towards a good summer. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. On Friday Night Frosthaven, we are heading into the Caravan Guard scenario. Got to protect some wagons. Looks like it'll be a pretty fun scenario, and at the end of it, we will hopefully add a shop to Frosthaven so we can spend our money on things other than more lumber. Next Saturday, King's Quest 8, Mask of Eternity. What if everything you've ever been told about that game was wrong? Or at least many of the things. That's kind of what it seems like. You know, this is not a lost masterpiece, but it is a worthwhile gem that is underrated. Connor loves to smash. I gotta believe at least once in the frozen reaches we're gonna smash some ice to get through to somewhere, but I guess we'll find out. And yeah, then before you know it, it'll be Sunday again, and I won't be as pressed for time, and we'll be back here in Silmaria on the 4th Rite of Rulership, get a whole new outlook on the hero's destiny, and onwards and upwards from there. Awesome. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're actually in a balloon, actually taking a balloon trip together, take care of yourselves. And be kind to everyone you meet.